Well, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Twin Flame Tarot. I'm Veronica. Today, we're checking in the current energy between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. We will explore what each person may be thinking, feeling, healing, or struggling to express. And then we'll use the tarot deck to uncover what's happening within the connections and what may be shifting next. I'm going to put 3 piles in front of you. All right. So we have 3 piles in front of you. And I want you to take a deep breath and release the need to choose perfectly. Just allow yourself to be drawn to the pile that you feel drawn to. Remember that tarot reflects current energy and possibilities, and it does not replace intuition or your personal choices. Please remember that if you feel drawn to more than one pile, there may be a message for you in each pile. Welcome to pile number 1. If you chose this pile, this may be your message. We're going to begin with the divine feminine's energy and then look at the divine masculine's energy. And finally, use the tarot to reveal the energy surrounding the connection. Remember that the energy can sometimes mirror, so trust what generally resonates with you. Only you truly know what's going on deep down inside. So I'm going to be a guiding light for you. All right. So divine feminine, what is her current energy? I want happiness, laughter, and connection again. Part of me is still holding on to you. I know you are hiding something. If you want me, show me through your actions. Had to take a big sigh there. I feel the pain and the anger from this divine feminine. She's like, if you want me, show me through your actions. I want happiness, laughter, connection again. Part of me is still holding on to you. So she still wants a divine masculine. I know you're hiding I know you're hiding something. So she wants the truth. She wants to know the truth. What is the divine masculine's energy? Things are about to change. Ooh, so he's thinking like there's gonna be a change. There's gonna be a change, and I see a money sign there too. So there may be some kind of gift, a gift of a sorry gift or a gift for commitment. Let's dig in deeper. I'm hurt, but I haven't given up. I'm sorry. See, there's a gift like a I'm sorry gift. Our conflict went too far. So something went a little too far. It wasn't it was out of pride. I'm feeling that there was some jealousy on the divine masculine was feeling jealous over something that you did that he saw the divine masculine do. I mean the divine feminine, and he overreacted and he said something out of bitterness. When we're bitter, then there's angry words come out, to just words to try to hurt you. And so divine masculine is sorry. He said this went too far. There may have been alcohol involved in this that that dimmed the frontal lobe where that gives the part of the brain that gives you reason. And so if you're drinking, um there is a chemical reaction that happens to the front part of your brain that closed down. That is a part of the brain that is responsible to help us make rational, reasonable, practical decisions, logical decisions. And so he was overreacting, not overreacting. The logic part of his brain was closed. So when that is closed, the emotions are high. And when emotions are high, you say things that you really don't mean and things got too far. And he says I'm sorry. And he's hurt, but he hasn't given up. So his pride, his ego could be hurt, but he hasn't given up and there's about to be a change. And so he's looking for a way to apologize, to come to the divine feminine and 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 like divine feminine is saying, well, if you want me, show me through your actions, put a ring on it, buy me a gift, show me, put some time, effort. It doesn't have to be financial, but just show me that you value me, show me that you care for me. I am still holding on to you. I want happiness, laughter, and connection again. I know that you're hiding something. I know that you are hiding something. I need you to communicate the truth. I need you to be honest. Let's look into the tarot and see what is the current energy between this divine masculine and feminine. So we have the 5 of Pentacles and the Strength card. We have here it's just somebody feeling left out in the cold. Um and I believe that they both understand, like, I know what it feels to be left out in the cold. And so I'm I'm they both they both have a high sense of pride, and what through that pride gives them self-control, self-discipline. But I feel it's not really like self-discipline. Like, self-discipline to me is just like more of a positive, like, I'm gonna do this to gain this. Well, I guess it is, but it's more like self-control to like manipulate an outcome. And I used to think that manipulate was like a bad thing until I talked to my counselor, my therapist, my psychologist. And now I was like, I feel like I can, like, I'm a manipulator, like I can, like, this is magic. Once started practicing self-control, self-discipline, and learning to communicate in a different way, because I used to have the a very strong personality where I was like, it's my way or the highway, and this is the way I am. And if you don't like it, then you can leave. Well, this is how I was when you met me. So why should I have to change? And and so I had just my way of thinking and speaking. And there's like different types of personalities that are actually categorized in, not just in tarot, but like in the business world, and the blue collar society, where they do tests like the real colors, or there's different type of personality assessments that will categorize people into groups. And it's usually 4 groups. And so you got your fire signs, your water signs, your air signs, and your earth signs. And so category each group, they have a different way of receiving and giving, like things that move them, right? And so we are in our world when before we start practicing self development, we are in our own little world, thinking like w- we are like the whole thing and that's it. Like, we don't realize that we're just like a needle in a haystack. And we have this attitude of like, if this is the way I am, and if you don't like it, then leave. But if you start practicing personal development skills like self-disciplines, self-control, because you want to make it up on the in the ladder, whether it's in business, in finances, with relationships, with yourself. If you start hitting the same obstacles and obstacles and obstacles, and there's like this disconnect, there's no contact like there is right now, and you're trying to say, well, and obviously there is love, there's connection, there's chemistry, but there is an imbalance, or a there's conflict, right? And this conflict can be like, well, this is how I am, I'm going to show you. So now you've had already, usually, by the time you're in your 30s, you're like, okay, I keep having the same issue. And that's when you start beginning to do some inner healing work. And so now it's saying, okay, so maybe in both there are things that you guys can practice on how you communicate, for sure, both of you, and make it into a little bit more like healthier communications. And when, like, so I'm Latina, and we're like Mexican, like, they have a bad my family has a bad mouth, like, since we're in, like, little kids, like, hijo de la chingada madre, this, like, very rude, very aggressive, very masculine, very um giving carrilla, like bullying, or like making fun of, and like, oh yeah, I'm just kidding, it's just a joke. But it's um very passive aggressive behavior. And so So I was born in Arizona. That was like the only thing I knew. I moved to Wisconsin, and Wisconsin was like all white, educated, and so now they have like more proper, and they're like adults are talking to their 5-year-olds like, "Oh, Billy, are you okay?" And like giving them the opportunity to express themselves, to express their feelings, and just giving them time to process. Our parents were like, "Hija de la chingada, you better get your butt up and get to work or whatever it is, start washing the dishes." And so there's cultural and society and religious beliefs and mañas, ways the ways that we do things based on that's how we were raised and that's how we know. And so that's kind of you too, where it's like, this is how I talk and this is all I know. But if you start first on always, when it comes to a divine feminine and masculine, a twin flame relationship, I think it's very important that, or any relationship really, even if it's not a romantic relationship, is learning each other's love language. Because my love language was words of affirmations. His love language was um acts of services. And so I was here like telling him all this stuff, thinking I was uplifting him, and he's not. He's like, "Oh, you're not massaging me. You're not doing this. You're not doing that for me," or vice versa. Maybe he has a very dirty mouth, screaming, yelling, but it's really not personal. But my love language is words of affirmation. So when I hear that negative talk, I would personalize it. So I had to learn. One of my personal development was to not personalize what he says. Maybe that something in here, like, I'm sorry, I went too far. I feel like he said something to you, and maybe your love language is words of affirmations, and the words like killed you, and they really hurt you. And so maybe his love language is like gifts, giving gifts. And you're like, show me through your actions. Show me through your actions that you love me, because you really hurt me with what you said. And this person is not they're not going to say anything because they express their love through maybe gifts or time, spending time with you. And so tap into that, look it up, see what your love language is and what is divine masculine's love language is, if you can find that out, and then see where is that disconnect so that you guys can begin to learn how to communicate each other's love language, and you're not feeling left out in the cold. You are able to manipulate the relationship for union and love and happiness and laughter by changing, by personally developing in that area of your life of learning what is your love language, at least for this. And then the layers of an onion, layers of your emotional energy center. It could be weeks, months, years, decades, however long it takes you, and we'll go back and forth into the emotional energy center and the different areas in your life, and you start working on that until you really it is that until you find the power within yourself, the divine masculine and divine feminine energy within yourself, the yin and the yang. This is not exactly the yin and the yang, but it reminds me of it. Oh, there you go. The yin and the yang. And that is a divine masculine and divine feminine within yourself. And when you have a control over that, both of you guys magnetize towards each other. If you're out of balance, you're going to repel. There is something that you need to personally develop on yourself. So if this reading is describing your connection, leave me a heart in the comments, or tell me what part of the message resonated mostly with you. Your comments also help me understand what kind of readings you would like to see next. Before I do let you go, pile number one, I will pull out a, I'm going to pull out an angel card, and I'm going to pull out, I'm going to pull out two types of angel messages. What is a message for the viewer? The final soul message. It says, if you think you are alone, you are not. We are beside you in all challenges that you face. Trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome in every situation. We have your best interests at heart. We love you. So your angels are saying that they are with you. They love you. Do not forget to call on them as they we always our guardian angels are always with us. But they do not intervene unless we ask for help. So if you're going through difficult times, you just need some help and guidance. You call on them every day. Dear guardian angels, be at my side to light, to guard, and to light, guard, and protect. I don't know. I had a little bit better version of saying that, but that's the gist. Guardian angels be calling on my guardian angels be at my side to light, guard, and protect. And then another affirmation angel message for you, pile number one, growth. You are experiencing growth and expansion in all areas of your life. See, you are on the right path and moving forward toward you are on the right path and moving towards greater fulfillment and success. Amen. Two, three, four. So you are just improving different areas of your life. This is the emotional energy areas of your life. And then on top of that, we had the let me see if I can put it on my tablet. I'll put it up next time. We have the circle of life, the circle of life that has all the different areas in that make up life, which is like your home, your relationships, your education, your finances, and so on and so forth. So like I said, like layers of an onion, we have different areas that we can practice self-development, not because this is how I am and this is you love me the way I am, but because this is how you manifest the dream life that you want is by personal development. So if you enjoyed this reading, please again give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. And remember, knowing their current energy can bring you clarity, but your healing cannot depend on what someone else chooses to do next. So it's all about on you. And in my experience, is I was chasing and wondering and and trying to chase the divine masculine. I found that he started chasing me when I stopped chasing and I started doing my own inner work. The minute I got a journal and I started writing, there he is calling, there he is texting. So I'm inviting you to bring back your energy to yourself and ask yourself, what am I feeling? What is this situation showing me? What part of me is already what part of me is ready to heal and rise? And if you're struggling through separation and no contact, download my free no contact survival kit using the link below. And if you are ready to go deeper in understanding your emotions, the patterns, the boundaries, the visions for your future, you can continue your journey through your Heal and Rise workbook. It'll give you an option there if you want to add the Heal and Rise workbook, and that's a full workbook that I created to help women overcome heartbreak, grief, feeling lost of yourself and not don't know where to go, and you're trying to rebuild yourself over loss of a loved one or feeling like you lost yourself. And we go through all your emotional energy centers and figure out, okay, what is that story? How do we rewrite that story? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where do you want what is the life you dream of? Let's create that. Let's do a step by step, day by day um action plan. And that's how you manifest. That's how you quantum leap into the life that you desire. If this message supported you, please like the video, subscribe, turn on your notifications so that we can connect again in the next reading. And until next time, protect your peace, trust your intuition, and remember, you are the light. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Welcome, pile number two. If you chose this pile, this may be a message for you. We're going to begin with the divine feminine, its current energy, and then look at the divine masculine's energy, and finally use the tarot to reveal the energy that's surrounding the connection. Remember that energy can sometimes mirror or reverse, so trust what generally resonates with you. So we'll leave that there. So, what is the divine feminine's current energy? What is the energy she's currently embodying? She's feeling worthy. What is she feeling, thinking, or healing? I feel so happy to be next to you. What is a chakra or emotional theme that is influencing her? I love you, but I'm protecting my heart. What does she currently want from this connection? Slow is okay, inconsistency is not. So Divine Feminine is saying, I am worthy. I am happy next. So happy next to you. I love you, but I'm protecting my heart. Slow is okay. Inconsistency is not. Now let's tap into the Divine Masculine. What is the Divine Masculine's energy currently embodying? There's too much conflict right now. Thinking about our memories. I see you as someone I could build with. I'm ready to tell you how I really feel. So they're ready to activate their throat chakra, speak some truth. Whew, that is good. But you're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the words. I want you to show me. What is a what is the current energy between the two? Show me what's going on between those two. There she is. There she is. All right. So underneath, I see conflicted. I see that there's the energy of wishy washy. So I definitely have a strong Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, the divine feminine, the queen of wands. She's like feeling that she is worthy. She's feeling strong. She's feeling beautiful and abundant. And she loves you, but she's protecting herself. So she wants consistency, right? The divine masculine, Taurus, Capricorn. So the divine masculine, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy is very strong, stable, solid, hardworking. So both divine masculine and divine feminine are very strong. They're very like very hardworking, and they're very there is a strong bond between the two, and it may be this passion or this drive for success. But something here happened that, yeah. So the toxic energies that happened here, the toxic energies that are embodying the divine masculine or the divine feminine caused a breakup, a separation, and they're now thinking about, divine masculine is thinking about them, thinking about divine feminine is like, I deserve better than that. I'm happy with you, but my heart, you're not going to be playing around with me like that. So you're going to show me, you're going to work on this. If we need to get a therapy or a counselor, or if we need to go, need some type of mentor, or yeah, a mentor that's going to help us. So spirit, what is this? What is it that's creating the distance or the resilience? What is this? It, all right. So what's what's causing the what is causing the fight is divine masculine wants divine masculine. The divine feminine wants divine masculine to put a ring on it. She wants him to commit, to put a ring on it. She's either we're getting married or we're not. I'm not gonna keep building on us and we're not committed. We're not. I want you to commit to me. So that is what's the underlying issue here. So the conflict is within the divine masculine, within himself. It's not so much that there's a conflict with the divine feminine. The divine masculine has inner conflict that is, he's bonded to you. He feels bonded to you. He loves you. He is, it's like, I don't know, you're pressuring him for marriage, and perhaps that commitment makes him feel like he's going to lose his freedom somehow, or his sovereignty. What is a message from your angels? Where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes, and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you got this. So growth isn't easy, but you got this. So Yeah. Again, there's like this pressure for marriage, for commitment. And that pressure, it may have divine masculine all conflicted right now because he's worried about his money and his material, his gains. Like, like maybe he wants you to sign a prenup and you're like, "Oh, how dare you? Don't like we've already been building this together, or I've been with you, or like really you're gonna put a prenup on me?" And and two is like, why is this marriage so important? Just to have the paper or for the public? Is it for your soul? Why is this marriage very important to you? What is the commitment to the for the divine feminine? Which I see that you're happy and you're like you're beautiful, you're confident, you're outgoing, you're good on your own. Um, but there's still, is it like, are you pressuring it? Like, is it a control? Is it something that you're trying to control? Maybe it's something that instead of trying to control with words, you can try to control through manifesting instead of trying to control the outward and the outcome, which brings bitterness, resentness, or resentment. Um, and then could come out harsh words, and then things get too out of control, and there's this breakup. I'm going to encourage you, divine feminine, to take that power and that control that you're trying to like control and force, bring it in. And I want you to start practicing manifestation. So no more trying to control and get him to do it. Now I want you to bring that in and manifest it through regulating your emotions. When you regulate your emotions, you'll be a lot calm. You're not gonna be as you work on your own things, you're gonna come back. At the end of the day, you're gonna feel like, oh, look what I did today, instead of like, you owe me, make me happy. What did you do? Why, your energy shifts. And when that energy shifts, divine masculine is gonna come towards you. I hope that makes sense for you. I don't want to get too deep into this reading. So let me pull out an angel message for you. I hope that made sense to you. What is the message for the divine feminine? Clarity. Trust yourself and the universe to make the necessary Trust yourself and the universe to make the necessary changes to achieve your goals. Soon you'll gain clarity about your life's purpose. Trust yourself and the universe to make the necessary changes to achieve your goals. Soon you gain clarity about your life's purpose. So I'm also getting that sometimes as women, our culture, society, religious backgrounds, they make us believe that true happiness is like when you're finally married. That is the ultimate goal. The fairy tales and everything is like Prince Charming comes on his horse and takes up his queen, and they live happily ever after. Well, the reality is that we all came into this world separately, and we're all leaving separately, and we all came into this world for a purpose. And so your purpose is far beyond and far more than being a wife. And so get clear on what it is, the reason, or like why are you trying to like force a marriage, be like pushy towards a marriage. Like, what does that your worth say about yourself, or what is that saying about yourself? Or tap into the manifesting practices. You can start off with the secrets, practice like the law of attraction. What are you thinking? Practice affirmations, create your vision board. And many times through doing that, you'll actually tap into what is your true life path. And then when you realize, hey, I have a life path that has something to do, your number one priority is no longer becoming the wife. Now you know, okay, yeah, I want to be your wife, but I got to work on my life purpose over here. So if this reading is describing your connection, please give me a heart in the comments and let me know which part of this message resonated with you. Your comments also help me understand what kind of readings you would like to see next. So yes, pile number two, that was for you. Remember that knowing the current energy can bring you clarity, but your healing cannot depend on what someone else chooses to do. So, your invitation now is to bring your energy back home to yourself. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? What am I being shown? And what part of me is ready to heal and rise? And if you're struggling through separation or no contact, download my free no contact survival kit using the link down below. And if you are ready to go deeper into understanding your emotions, your patterns, your boundaries, and create your vision for your future, you can continue that journey with me, with guiding you through my Heal and Rise workbook, which you can also get through the link below. If this message supported you, please like the video, subscribe, turn on your notifications so that we can connect again in the next reading. Until next time, protect your peace, trust your intuition, and remember, you are the light. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Welcome, pile number 3. If you chose this pile, this may be a message for you. We're going to begin with the divine feminine current energy and then look at the divine masculine's energy and finally use the tarot to reveal the energy between both. Remember that energy can sometimes mirror or reverse, so trust what generally resonates with you. So, all right. What is the divine feminine's current energy? I need emotional maturity, not mixed signals. Hurt, suspicious. I'm protecting my boundaries. So that's some strong energy coming from the divine feminine. What about the divine masculine? The feeling is mutual. He's hurt. I'm thinking logically, not emotionally. I'm emotionally shut down. I know I need to make this right. Okay, what is the current energy between divine masculine and feminine? Okay, so there was a fight, there was a blow up, you're fighting for competition and there's like this fight for competition. And so both divine masculine, divine feminine are hurt. Divine feminine is feeling suspicious. There could be somebody over here in the divine masculine that's giving some time or attention that's making the divine feminine suspicious. What are the hidden secrets? All right, so we have here there was a fight, there was a separation, there's no contact. This is over jealousy. This is over the divine feminine is feeling a lot of insecurities and now she's going through a dark night of the soul where she's like, um why is this happening? And she's just thinking about the situation over and over and over, and she feels like he's ghosted her, he's disappeared, he's in and out. There's some jealousy that's she's expressing or feeling. And jealousy, when I say expressing, because jealousy is an expression of a fear of being abandoned. So the dark night of the soul is her realizing that her personal development, her life lesson for this twin flame, because she realizes that this is a twin flame, this is a past life, this is a karmic lesson, this is repeated patterns. And so how do I stop being getting these men who are not, who are just players, users, they're just they ghost me, they're emotionally shut down, they're just like very, again, they're just very thinking logically, not emotionally. And it's kind of like, oh, how many girls I can get, oh, I'm bad. Like this divine masculine is kind of like whatever, like nothing ever good happens for me anyways. He has a very negative attitude, a very poor mindset, and that could have came from his upbringing, from his parents, his grandparents. Is just generations of curses that break people and build belief systems that now these days do no longer serve us, especially and once you have met your divine soulmate, your twin flame. Your twin flame is here to activate you to become the better version of yourself, so that we go from that negative poor mindset into an abundance mindset. So it's the yin and the yang, the divine masculine and divine feminine that come together, the yin and the yang. But everybody within ourselves, we have a masculine and a feminine energy. And when that energy is out of balance, we reject our counterpart, the divine masculine or divine feminine. And so the reasons why these patterns, these outbreaks, these fights happen, or these heartbreaks keep happening, is because deep down inside it's really not what they're doing, it's what you're feeling inside. It was your what's what you are feeling internally, emotionally. And so you can be very divine feminine can be very empathic, and divine masculine can be very narcissistic, or have narcissistic tendencies that were learned from a parent who is a narcissist. Um, or just very, the American way is very materialized. And so that's how they've groomed us to be until we wake up and we have this awakening and we start going through dark nights of the soul and start seeing, hey, it's these repeated patterns. So let me work on myself so that I'm no longer feeling suspicious and insecure and craving and wanting and longing. Let me do some inner work so that I heal that inner child, and I'm no longer chasing. So, divine feminine, look into your story of abandonment. What happened in your childhood that made you feel abandoned? Rewrite that story. Rewrite that story and see how it empowered you. See how the younger version of you interpreted it in a different way from what the adult version of you can interpret it now as. So do some journaling and then rewrite that story in the lens of gratitude and forgiveness. And so we practice forgiveness by practicing gratitude. Through doing that inner healing work, you will get clarity on your truth, your intentions, your your life purpose. And a lot of times these fights are catalysts to get us back on track to our life purpose, to help us heal old patterns, break generational curses, and create a desired life through embodying the energies of God, which is love, trust, faith, loyalty, excitement, feeling sexy, feeling happy, feeling hopeful, feeling creative, feeling daring. And the devil's side is despair, grief, hate, greed, distrust, grandiose. You see, that's the yin and the yang. And we all have that energy within ourselves. And so you have the power to turn that frown upside down through changing your perspective, to looking at the patterns and doing some inner healing work to help you personally develop into the best version of yourself. If this reading describes your connection, please leave me a heart in the comments or tell me which part of the message resonated with you. Your comments also help me understand what kind of readings you would like to see next. And if this, before I let you go, I am going to pull out an angel message for you. Message from your angels. Message for your angels. Message from your angels. Your angels say, whatever you have been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. You will feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just laying in wait. You can do this. So you have this inner intuition, this inkling on what you need to be doing, but you're like deviating, you're redirecting that project because you don't feel worthy, you don't feel good enough, you don't. So look into healing your solar plexus. You can just Google or look it up on YouTube. Practices for healing your solar plexus to help build confidence, build your go from feeling powerless to be feeling powerful, and just help build on how you show up in this world. And so give and that's going to help you gain the confidence you need to put this project that you've been procrastinating. Okay, and an affirmation angel number for you, enthusiasm. 343. Approach life with an optimistic attitude, even in the face of the challenges. Be excited about the opportunities that lie ahead and to embrace them with open arms. So there you go. It's flip turning that frown upside down and practice to be enthusiastic. One time my twin flame was in this energy of like, you know what, this is not gonna work, whatever. He's just everything's falling apart. He was disconnected emotionally. He was ghosting me. Not even ghosting, we were living, we were already married. And but he would come home from work and then get dressed. And I'm just like, please don't leave. I love you. Like being too needy. And he's like, I'm going out with my friends. And I stopped myself. So when I first started practicing this magic of controlling my energy, and instead of being in sorrow and hurt and crying pathetic on my knees there, I went inward and I started imagining what I wanted and becoming enthusiastic. So he was getting ready, he's putting his perfume, and I'm like, damn, he's leaving again. I go into the next room and I act like I'm talking or like I got a message and I just like, woohoo, yes, I am so happy. And I just started jumping up and down, woohoo, like I had just won the lottery. And I was like, yes, 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 yes. And then he comes out, what? And I'm like, oh, nothing. And, um, long story short, he did not end up leaving, he ended up staying because part of the curiosity was like, "What is she up to? What is," and I just kept that upbeat, like, attitude. So, when you change your energy, you can manifest miracles. And so that is the message for you, my dear. Remember that knowing their current energy can bring a little clarity, but your healing cannot depend on what he or she does. So I invite you to bring your energy back to yourself, to ask, what am I feeling? What am I being shown? What is a lesson? And what part of me is ready to heal and rise? If you are struggling through separation or no contact, download my free no contact survival kit using the link below. And if you are ready to go deeper into understanding your emotions, your patterns, your boundaries, and vision your future, you can continue your journey through my Heal and Rise workbook. It'll be in the link below. After you get your free download, it'll give you the option to upgrade to the full Heal and Rise workbook. If this message supported you, please like the video, subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you can get the next reading. Until next time, protect your peace, trust your intuition, and remember, you are the light. Catch me on my next reading. Bye.